There we go. Hello. Of course, now I have to do the thing where I fiddle with the cameras for like a minute and a half before my live actually gets going because of who I am as a person. The ankle is like slightly off between Facebook and Instagram, but you know what? Not a problem. It's pretty unlikely that you guys are watching it on both at the same time, and if you are, I admire your dedication. All right, I'm gonna give everyone some time to hop in. I'm just gonna go quickly fill up my water cup and I will be right back. So everybody hang tight, don't go anywhere. I trust that you guys can babysit yourselves while I'm gone. Hello, Stacy, hello. I will be right back. Same with you too, Belinda. I trust you'll be good until I'm back. Where did she go? Maybe she's not there. Water? Maybe. Michelle? Water.
Just go to a steep peak so it's not just dead air.
For a month from now.
I think Michelle went to go get some water.
Yeah.
So I'm here to
I'm
tap
back.
dance for you. No, it's fine.
back.
This is a sneak peek, but it's not coming for like a few weeks. So like, you know, gotta be patient.
I trusted you
we're
guys
really-
to watch yourselves. Apparently Christine did not. So.
No, I just thought I would give them something else to watch rather than the
Just the
wall.
couch.
Yeah, goodbye now.
Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Hello, hello. Good morning, Linda. Hello. Hello, good morning, Cindy. Also, thank you, Christine, for the special guest feature. Christine and Carrie are still doing photos. I just wrapped up, but it is definitely like very exhausting to try on clothes on and off and on and off and have your picture pose and like pose and stuff. Like people don't realize how much work it is, but doing like 2 hours straight of just trying on clothes and posing is exhausting, and I really needed some water before my live. So that is fantastic that Christine was able to hop in while I filled my water cup. Hello. Isn't it a cute top that Christine had? Great news, that one does come in plus sizes as well. I did take photos of that one today and it is adorable. I absolutely adore it. Good morning, Caroline. Hello. All right, let me just take a sip of water. Perfect. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Hello. For those of you that don't know, although I'm pretty sure most folks in here right now already do, but my name is Michelle. I am the 3X model here at Lavender and Lace Boutique. I typically wear a size 3X top and bottom. For height reference, I am 6'1". I am a very tall lady, so I do talk about how the fit kind of works for me as a tall person, and I typically wear a size 18W in Judy Blues, 2X in Judy Blues shorts. I've been finding recently, I used to go with the 3X, but I found that recently the 2X has just been a little bit more catered to my body. And then in other brands, numerically, I'm usually around a 20, sometimes a 22, sometimes an 18. It kind of depends on the brand, the item, etc. So with that, we might as well get started after having a fun little sneaky peeky to start off the day. So all the stuff that we are launching now is part of the Tuesday daily drop. So today's daily drop that'll be launching today at 1 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. I am gonna have to take a month to get used to saying daylight. I feel like I just got used to saying standard time, and we're back to daylight. I am also still very, very shaken up by the time change. I don't do well with the time change, especially the spring forward. That extra hour of sleep being taken away from me is very, very rough on me. So anyways, here we go. This is the Step In Time ribbed dress in the shade Vintage Denim. This one's gonna be retailing for $44. Size is small through 3X for this one, and the median size is a 1X as opposed to an extra large for this dress. This one is true to size for everybody. Christine is wearing the small, Carrie is in the medium. Melissa did size up to the 2X. I'm gonna guess part of that is because of length as well. And then I am in my usual 3X for this one. This is the same Zenana ribbed fabric that we have seen many, many times at this point. If you already own a piece in this ribbed fabric, which I'm sure a lot of us do just because we've had a lot of stuff in this fabric. You'll know it's super stretchy, it's super soft, super comfortable. This one does have that kind of multi-tone effect where the valleys in between the ribs are a little bit of a darker denim hue, whereas like the top, the ridges of the little zigzaggy ribs here are a little bit of a lighter blue denim shade here, so it gives that kind of extra like depth and effect. It is very, very stretchy, and it is a four-way stretch. It definitely stretches more this way just because that's the way the ribs go, but there is four-way stretch as well, which is really nice. So it has that kind of like curve hugging effect, but it's not like clinging in ways that make it like too revealing or anything like that. It has a really nice hug while also still being flowy and comfortable. It has this really nice kind of rolled sleeve effect that I like. There is pockets. They're not the deepest pockets in the world, but they're not bad, especially for a t-shirt dress. You could definitely fit some things in there, or as I always like to joke, I love being able to just put my hands somewhere because I never know what to do with my hands. I'm really awkward. Right, Belinda? The color is super gorgeous. I think that light denim is definitely like the perfect way to describe this because it is a denim blue or even like a cornflower blue without being like super, super saturated. My totally unrelated, but I love this shade of blue, and back in 2020, I'm trying to remember, it was 2020 or 2021, I think it was 2020, one of my best friends got married, and this was the color of the bridesmaid dress. It was a COVID wedding, so there was only like 10 of us there, but I was her maid of honor, so I still got to be there, and all masked up and everything, of course, but this was the color of my bridesmaid dress, and I have worn it since because it's such a beautiful color. If we turn to the side, we can see that it is not really longer in the back than the front, if anything, maybe by like a millimeter, but not a significant amount. But it does have this little swoopy on the side, which I like because it lets you show off a little bit more leg and be a little bit more cheeky, more sassy, show off some leg, but you still have that coverage in the front and the back, so you don't have to worry about showing too much of something other than leg, if you catch my drift. So super cute, super versatile. This would still be really cute with leggings and boots for that kind of like spring transition season, and then right into summer. So again, this is the Step in Time ribbed dress in the shade Vintage Denim. $44 for this one, sizes small through 3X. True to size, Melissa did opt to size up to the 2X large, but for the most part we say true to size, and it is not a snug or tight fit, but it is a more fitted style for this one. All right, we've got a lot of other pieces on the go today. We've got some capris and like 4 tops. So I'm gonna go throw on those capris and throw on a bunch of those tops, and we will just go bing bam boom through the rest of the launch for sure. Oh, absolutely, Paige. It will look, and because it is that kind of denim, you're right, it'll look great with a darker denim, a similar colored denim, a light wash denim, because that will kind of make it pop and then have the darker contrast, and even black denim. You're absolutely right, Paige. 100%. Alrighty. Let me find those capris. It's gotta be these guys. Okay. Capris, check. Top, check. Oh, what a pretty color. Sorry, I don't know if you could hear me mumbling to myself. Probably not. I was like, okay, like basically like a kid doing a checklist before I go out the door to go to school. Like, okay, capris, check. Top, check. Not naked, ready to go. Oh my God, how cute is this though? I adore this tank top. I love this color. Oh, it's just so springy. It makes me feel like it didn't snow and get gross over the weekend. I mean, the snow's almost already gone again, but it was gross. Just to remind us that Alberta winter, silly, Alberta winters are never over till May. Don't get your hopes up. But anyways, this top made me get my hopes up immediately. So anyways, this is the, there we go. This is the Golden Dream Baby Doll Tank in yellow. This one's gonna be retailing for $36, and it is available in sizes small through 3X. with a 1X large as the mid-size for this one as well. This one fits true to size. Everyone took their usual size. So Christine in the small, Carrie in the medium, Melissa's in the 1X, and I am in my usual 3X. This one is a poly cotton rayon blend, and you can feel that it's 37% cotton, and you can tell just from the feel and the texture and the kind of way that it sits that there is a pretty good percentage of cotton in this top. It just has a little bit more of that flow and that natural fiber feeling into the texture because of the addition of the cotton in this top. So the color is described as yellow, which yes it is. I would say that it's not quite like a marigold yellow, but it's definitely more than like a buttercup yellow. It's a little bit more rich than a buttercup yellow, but it's not quite as saturated and not quite as orange as a marigold yellow, but it is still very much more of like an orange yellow, a warm toned yellow, as opposed to a more like green toned or cool toned yellow, if that makes sense. Isn't it gorgeous, Stacy? I know, I am absolutely obsessed. So Brittany, this one's not on the site yet. These are going to be launching today at 1 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Caught myself. So they will be launching in like a little under 2 hours. And so that's for the first like 5 pieces. So that's the dress, what I'm wearing now, and then the next 3 tops. Those are all going to be launching later today. So they'll be live very, very soon. So with this tank, we can see that it does have a baby doll effect. It's a little bit of a lower bit of the waist. It's not like right under the bust like some baby dolls. It's a little bit lower, which for myself, with where my natural waist sits, this is kind of hitting like just above my natural waist. I prefer this instead of like right under the waist, just for my body shape. It's a little bit more of a flattering place for that flare to start. And then we have one and then a second layer of little elastic, I guess elastic. I was like, is this elastic or is it just a seam? It might just be a seam, but it still gives that kind of like scrunched effect, and it makes it flowy and very fluttery. It's very fun to twirl in because it does that little whoop, and we can see that it goes all the way around back, that those 2 tiers follow all the way through the garment. It is so, so cute. Again, love the color on this one. So again, this is the Golden Dream baby doll tank in yellow. This one's gonna be retailing for $36, sizes small through 3X, and we all wore our typical sizes for this one. I will talk about the capris while I'm gonna have them on for a little bit just because we have a lot more tops to go through. I'm just going to tuck up the top a little bit. So actually maybe I'll tie it, which I would definitely not normally do styling like a baby doll tank, but just to get it out of the way so that we can see the capris. Oh, it's kind of awkward to tie because it's a lot of like bulk there. Would I normally style it like this? Absolutely not. But just so we get a good view of the capris, just because there's not like a good like fitted t-shirt, I don't think coming up, that watch the next top will actually be a fitted t-shirt, but I don't think there is, so I might as well just talk about them while I've got them on, and then we can just kind of like sit with them and enjoy them through the rest of my try-ons. So these are the Judy Blue Dark Wash Side Slit Capris, which we can see at the bottom just a little bit there, aka the Colsons. These are available in the full Judy size range of 0 through 15, and then 14W through 24W, and they're going to be retailing for $87. I know people have been asking in the insiders group when capris are coming. People always want capris. As soon as the sun comes out for like any magnitude of time, everyone's like, okay, it's not shorts yet, but capris, we can get capris, right? And yes, we are getting capris. There's these ones. I know there's been a couple more pairs on my rack that I tried on that are coming in the next couple of weeks. So it is finally capri season. So these ones are pretty, I guess I'm looking at the sizing, and I seem to be the only one who didn't size down, or did I? I'm sorry, I have to go to did I keep my usual size in these? I'm double checking. Okay, so interestingly enough, everyone else sized up in these, but I kept my usual 18. I'm not sure.
We didn't know we said 20 yesterday because we weren't sure.
Yeah, and I didn't know it because I saw on the tag, it says 20 in here, and I was like, I have to look at the tag because I'm not sure, but no, I am wearing my usual 18,
wow,
so
you,
that's interesting, yeah, because yeah, if you didn't figure it out, that was Carrie. That was just kind of like, what size are you wearing in those? Yeah, so in these ones, Christine is typically a 3, and Judy Blue, she went with the 5. Carrie is typically a 7 to 9. She opted for the 11. Melissa is typically a 14, and she opted for the 16. But for whatever reason, I am typically an 18 to 20, but I still stuck with the 18. Despite everything else would have suggested, I probably would have taken the 20, but for whatever reason, I guess these ones just fit me in all the right places. And it's not like I'm squeezing into the 18 either. Like there's not a lot of extra room in the waistband, but you can see like I still have a little bit of stretch. I don't feel like I'm being muffin topped or anything like that. I really love the way these fit actually, because if you've watched any of my lives before, you'll know that for me with jeans, I tend to get a lot of extra fabric in this kind of like hip and front of thigh area. And I don't have that going on with these ones. But sometimes if this fits, it's at the sacrifice of the waist being a little bit too tight, but that is not the case of these for me. So I would still suggest, based that everyone else did size up one from their regular duty blue, I would say that's probably what I would suggest. I'm probably the exception and not the norm in this case, but I did still wear my usual 18 for these ones. Right, Terry? Yeah, I had a feeling a lot of people have been like, oh my God, it's finally capri season. And me too, like I've noticed like even to work, I wore a dress to work today, but it's like an at the knee dress instead of like full length skirts and stuff, because I'm definitely craving that. Like I want to show some leg. I'm ready for it to be warm outside. Let's just change that real quick. So yeah, so again with these capris, they are just a really nice basic kind of dark wash. There's no physical distressing or anything like that going on. They are very much a closet staple kind of design. You can see they have a little bit of fading kind of on the back of the booty here, and just a little bit of fading in the wash and a little bit of whiskering on the front of the thighs up here. But for the most part, these are just a very like tried and true classic dark denim capri. So again, these are the Colsons. They're going to be retailing for $87. They're available in like the full Judy size range. And everyone but me did size up. So we suggest sizing one up from your typical Judy size. Except for me for some reason. For whatever reason, I seem to be the exception. All right, I have 3 more tops. So I'm going to go switch into another one and I will be right back.
And there's not much on the side either.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
I think I created it up, but I feel like I love the space here.
All right, next up we have another one of these ribbed tops. For a second, because this is like a longer style t-shirt, I almost thought this was a another t-shirt dress when I put it on. So I was like about to take the capris off and I was like, nope, that is definitely not long enough to be a dress, and that's not just me being tall. So this is the Touch the Sky floral tee in navy. This one's retailing for $42 and it's available in sizes small through 3X, with the median size being a 1X as opposed to an extra large. And for this one, it is true to size. It is a nice like classic true sized fit. It's not super relaxed. It's also not super fitted either. And it is true to size for everyone. So Christine in the small, Carrie in the medium, Melissa's wearing the 1X, and I am in my usual 3X. So like I mentioned, this one is also in that same ribbed fabric. And even though this one is printed, it still has that kind of depth effect where it's like more saturated color in like the valleys of the ribs, and then on the tops, the peaks, it's a little bit more faded. And so it just makes the pattern in its entirety a little more dynamic, because that is true for not just the navy, but it's kind of true for the floral pattern as well, which I think is really cute actually. And then if I step back, as we can see, this is quite a long t-shirt. Like even on me, again, I'm 6'1" and I'm not all leg or all torso. I'm just proportionately tall. It's almost covering my booty just as like a typical t-shirt. So this will definitely be like borderline tunic length on more petite folks. And you could definitely get away with wearing this as kind of a tunic style tee if you are, you know, not 6'1". This one also has that same kind of rolled cuff effect as the dress, except this one takes it a step farther, and we actually have this kind of like raw serged hem detail. And then we also have that raw serged hem detailing on the shoulder here, this kind of cool like shoulder patch. I feel like it's a very like sporty detail. It reminds me a lot of like a baseball tee. And I feel like it just, especially for how feminine the pattern and the color palette is, I feel like this kind of like toughens it up a bit and makes it a bit more versatile and kind of like cross styles, if that makes sense. You can also see that it's not longer in the back or the front. It is the same length front and back, and no scalloping or swooshing on the sides, just kind of straight, but definitely very generous in the length. This would also be really fun, I think, to layer with like a cropped denim jacket or a vest or something like that. Because it's so long, you're gonna get like a lot of breakup in the different like heights if you wore it with like a cropped jean jacket, and it's just gonna look really, really cute. I also feel like sometimes if you're wearing like a cropped jean jacket, if the short's too short, it feels like it can kind of put some focus on your midsection here. But because this shirt is so long, if you cropped the jacket here, it's gonna visually kind of like make your body look longer instead of kind of chopping you off here. So I feel like it's gonna be a really good option for layering with jean jackets, especially cropped ones, or if you have any of like that cute brown vest that we launched from Judy Blue, that was very like country and western style. I feel like this would also look really cute with that, especially the navy and the brown would be super cute together. So again, this is the Touch the Sky floral tee in navy. This one is $42, sizes small through 3X, true to size. We all wore our true sizes for this, and that means myself in the 3X. Perfect, we have 2 more tops. I'm gonna get to our other baby doll top that we've launched today, the Carly, so I'll change into that guy and be right back. Before I do, I'm gonna have another sip of water. Perfect.
Should be a standing room only.
There's been so many bright colors popping up on the rack, especially a lot of pink and purple, which are like predominantly what I wear, especially in the spring. There's a lot of like lilac and lavender purples, a lot of pastel pinks. So it's definitely like between Halloween and then spring, when it's all pastels, those are my times to shop. And then black, that's kind of the majority of my wardrobe is pastel, purple, and pink, Halloween, and black. Which I feel like is a pretty well-known like fact about me at this point. Okay, let me just make sure the tag is where it needs to be. Okay. So this one here is the Carly floral baby doll top in lavender. I do think that's an interesting like shade name for it, because when you step away, it does kind of pull lavender, but when you get really up close to the pattern, I feel like lavender is actually, there is lavender in the pattern, but I feel like it's one of the least prominent colors. Like we see some of the lavender here and here, but up close, I feel like the blues and the oranges definitely pull a lot more. But then when you back away, it's almost like the blues and the oranges kind of cancel out, which color theory, that makes sense because blue and orange are opposite on the color wheel, that they kind of cancel out. So then the lavender becomes the dominant color. That's so interesting. I love color theory, by the way. I'm not an artist, but I do a lot of very like artsy hobbies. And also I talk color theory with my hairdresser all the time. So I know a lot about it. Total just random aside, doesn't affect anything, but if you're ever wondering about color theory, I do know a little bit. But anyways, so that's why that probably pulls so much more purple when you step back, is because the oranges and the blues are kind of like visually canceling each other out and leaving the lavender as like the dominant color. Anyways, this top is going to be retailing for $46, and it is available in sizes small through 3X. For this one, it is true to size. We all wear our typical sizes, with Christine in the small, Carrie in the medium, Melissa's in the 1X, and I'm in the 3X. The one thing I will note about this top, as someone who has a little bit more meat on her upper arms in the bicep area, I have a little bit of the bat wing, or the bingo wing as I also heard it called, but I do have a little bit more there. And so this, to get the kind of bubble effect of the top, it has kind of like a tighter band at the top that it then pulls over. I do find this band is a little bit restrictive on my upper arms. It's not to the point of being like uncomfortable that I think it's going to cut off circulation. It's not going to leave a mark or anything like that. But I do think if your arms are any bigger than mine, you might find it a little bit uncomfortable. I feel like for myself personally, if I were to wear this throughout the day, I would probably just get used to it and stop noticing it after a while. Like I said, it's not uncomfortable. It's just that it's noticeable. I can really feel that elastic under my arm. But again, I do have bigger upper arms than average. I do have a little bit of that bat wing. So just something to note, if you are someone who is concerned about things maybe being a little bit tight in the upper arm, you might want to consider sizing up in this one just to give yourself a little bit more room in the arms. But in terms of the actual like sleeve itself, the shoulders, everything, the waist, the bust, everything else fits me perfectly as a 3X. It's just that one consideration that I wanted to notice. And yes, it does cover the tummy very well. So it is a baby doll top. This one, it's not right under my bust. My bust is here, and then the seam is a little bit, it's like an inch, maybe an inch and a half lower, but it still hits at a really nice spot. And then you can see that it flows out really nicely, especially in the back. It almost has kind of like a little A-line like silhouette to it. It drops just a little bit lower in the back, so it's not quite as high, but it's still fairly consistent from the front to the back. And then this one, if I turn to the side, you can see it's also a little bit longer in the back as well, just to give you a little bit of extra coverage. In terms of the length though, this one, I wouldn't quite describe it as cropped, but it's definitely not a long shirt either. If it's more cropped than not, but I would say it's just kind of like a typical blouse length, if that makes sense. I do think this would pair really nicely with a pair of high-rise, which these capris are, I believe, just because it is gonna cover like the top of that waistband, and you're gonna just have a really nice long kind of visual to go with that. It is not elastic. At first I was like, it is, but no, it's just because of the way the fabric is sewn for the pleats there, but it is not elastic at the waist. It is just a regular stitched seam, but it's not super tight to the body. Like if I pull it away, you can see that even above where the pleats are, there's still enough room that it's not super tight around the waist, if that makes sense, Lori. Yeah, so this one is very beautiful. This one definitely gives big Easter vibes to me. I think this would look really, really, if you do like a fancier kind of Easter dinner, I think this with a pair of like dress pants or dress capris would look absolutely adorable for Easter, absolutely. So again, this is the Carly Floral Baby Doll Top in lavender. This one's retailing for $46, size is small to 3X, true to size, and we all take our typical size. But if you are like me and you do have larger upper arms, I would suggest sizing up one to potentially accommodate the little elastic that goes around the arm here. But other than that, every other piece of the garment fits. Very true to size. Okay, I think we only have one piece left for today's daily drop, which again are all going to be launching today at 1 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. I haven't messed that up yet. I am very proud of myself, and I've probably also just jinxed myself. But we have one more blue top, so I'll change into that and be right back.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna change so that Jason and I can do that over. And it don't have open.
Okay, so here we are for the last piece of the Tuesday Daily Drop. This is the Whole New World top in light navy. This one's retailing for $36, and then this one is in split sizes, so it comes in small, medium, large, extra large, 1X, 2X, and then 2X, 3X. So I'm wearing the 2X, 3X here, and I would say that is definitely the perfect fit for me. It is meant to be a little bit oversized or relaxed fit, and in the 2X, 3X, that is absolutely the vibe that I am getting with this one. So for this one, sizing wise, Christine and Carrie both opted for the small medium. Melissa opted for the large extra large, which I was very curious if she would opt for the large extra large or the 1X, 2X. But she did go for the large extra large for this one. And then again, I am in the 2X, 3X for this one. I could theoretically probably size down to the 1X, 2X, but because it is meant to be more relaxed and oversized for the intended fit, I do prefer the look of the 2X, 3X, and that is the size that I would purchase for myself to get that in, like the intended kind of like flowy, fun, relaxed vibe that it has. So the material on this one is I just had it open and closed. It's a poly rayon spandex blend. It's kind of like a light sweater material. If I get up close, it has a little bit of see-throughness to it, so this would be really fun for layering. I am wearing a nude colored bra, and so when I am wearing it with the nude colored bra, it's not like it's so sheer that it is an issue. If you were wearing like a bright colored bra or a black bra though, you might see it through, so you'd probably want to consider layering this over something. I think that this is a perfect candidate for if you have like a really fun like bright tank top or a Ronnie that you wanted to put underneath. Like if you have like a neon pink Ronnie and then put that under that, so you just got like that really fun like just little peak of color. I think that would be really, really adorable with this top. Because it is that kind of like semi-sheer finish too, it also feels very breathable, even though it's there's no cotton in it, it is a synthetic fabric. It still feels really light and really breathable, and despite giving more of like that sweater kind of appearance, it feels more t-shirt in the weight and the flow and how it wears, if that makes sense. So it has this fun little pocket on the side here. And then if I turn to the side, you can see it has kind of a drop on the sides. It is a little bit longer in the back than it is in the front. I do like that it has this kind of like swoopy effect though. It is really fun. I feel like if you wanted to have, if you had any like pockets that were really cool, or if you had some cute jeans that had like a pocket detail, because it kind of swoops up a little bit in the back, this is a great way to show off anything that has like we had those Valentine's Day shorts that had the little like heart pockets or something. This would pair so cute with that because you can just show that off just a little bit extra, which is really fun. So again,
yes. We were talking about Ronnie tops underneath it. We're actually launching two Ronnie-esque tops tonight at 8
oh, they're
o'clock.
tonight.
Yeah, I just popped them on your rack.
Perfect.
There's two of them. We only have small, medium, and large, extra large, but if you wanted to try,
I will try because I usually can do the large,
okay,
extra
and
large.
you don't have to put it on like on camera if you don't want to, but maybe just try it on just so we know.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. And then right there you can show a couple sneak peeks.
Amazing. So I'm not sure if you guys caught all of that. Oh, absolutely, Linda. Yellow under this would be incredible. So it's convenient timing. I was talking about Ronnies because we have, they're not technically Ronnies, but they are very Ronnie-esque, and these are actually launching tonight at 8 p.m. These weren't on my rack to try, but it's just like impeccable timing. So these are the Steffi seamless bra tanks, and so these ones don't technically come in plus. They come in small, medium, and then large, extra large. But historically, in almost every Ronnie, right, like whatever the R bralette styles we've had, other than a few, I've been able to make the large, extra large work. So I am actually, so this one is a small medium, so I don't think this one will work for me, the red one. But I will pop, oh no, it is a large, extra large. For some reason it might just be the color difference, but it looked like it wasn't as big as the other one. But I feel like this would show up really cute under there, so I'm actually gonna pop this one on and see if it does show up under here. And also that way we'll just confirm whether or not this large, extra large does work for me, because I know a lot of my fellow plus size friends are like me, and that even though it doesn't have like the plus size number or letter on the label, we still wear the Ronnies and love them. So I know people are going to be asking if these work for me. So I'm just leaving my normal bra on underneath, which I normally don't when I'm wearing a Ronnie or adjacent kind of bra style like that, but just for convenience sake, I am gonna leave my normal bra on for this. So I will show you, it does fit. I will come out and show you guys. It's definitely like snug, and that is the fit. They are very, they're very stretchy, but they're like, they come right back in, but they do work for me. The little V split is of course because it is stretching a little bit farther on me, being someone who typically wears a 3X, sizing down to like a large, extra large. This is like pulled quite apart, but it doesn't feel like I'm being squished, I'm being suffocated. I do feel very supported. Like this is definitely something, because I am like sizing down, I could definitely get away without wearing an actual bra under this and still feel supported enough. Which is again what I typically do with my Ronnies at home, is I just kind of, especially on the weekends, I'll wear them just with a pair of sweatpants, or recently it's been the ampersand comfy shorts, that and then like a zip up hoodie over top. I'll turn around to the back so we can see. It's not rolling up, but it's kind of like a little part where it wants to fold just a bit, but that's just because I do have this natural kind of roll area in my back where it sits. That's nothing to do with the size or the fit, that's just anything that hits me there. Sports bras bathing suits, anything like that, does that just because of the shape of my body, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna roll up on me or anything like that. So this does fit me. This is very similar to how my typical Ronnies fit in the large, extra large. So if you are someone who is, you know, a 2X, 3X like me, and you have worn large, extra large Ronnies in the past, these ones, the Steffies, will work for you. So if I put this on, you can see that you can definitely see the outline. I love the way actually this little V cut here is super cute. And then when it's just sitting here, like you can't really see the red poking through, but then if I get up close, especially if I kind of like pull it a little bit, you can really see that red popping through. So I think that just further demonstrates that this, from a distance, if you did want to wear it with just a nude bra, you could get away without wearing anything under it. But if you want it to be a little fun, a little bit cheeky, you're definitely going to be able to play with that. Let me check, Linda. I'm not sure what the full color variant is. We do have the black and white and the red and white, but if I just pop over to the iPad, I'm sure I can find out. Oh yeah, we definitely have quite a few colors. So we have spring blue, which I'm just double checking is a solid. Oh no, they're all striped by the looks of it. So they're all going to be this kind of the white with a color stripe variant. So we have them coming in dark pink, black, dusty blue, ruby, which is the one that I'm wearing, spring blue, which is a kind of light periwinkle blue, Kelly green, I think I said that one, dark pink. Yeah, so we have 6 different color variants, and they're all going to be available in the small, medium, and the large, extra large. Carrie and Christine both wear the small mediums, and then myself and Melissa can both work with the large, extra large. So incredible timing to be able to pop that in like right at the end, because it's still part of today, but it's at the end of the day and it does work for me. So again, the Steffies are going to be launching. So everything else I've tried on so far is launching today at 1 p.m. at Mountain Daylight Time, but the Steffies are launching tonight at 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, and they're going to be retailing for $26 a pop. And they are so comfy. Like I've had it on for what, like 5 minutes, not even already, and it already feels just like all of the Ronnies I have at home, where it's, you know, it's compressive, it's snug, but it doesn't feel like it's squeezing me. I just feel very like secure and supported, if that makes sense. So great timing on that, PP. That was perfect.
I heard you talking about it. I stood there with my hand up like I was going to ask a question in school.
Amazing. All right, so that takes care of both Tuesday daily drop and then also the launch tonight for the Steffies. Let's hop on over to tomorrow, Wednesday's drop. All right. I do have shorts. I'm not sure if I have any tops. So for the rest of the week, I think most of the plus size drops are just bottoms. I think most of the tops we've already done today, so I might just put on another top. I might even grab something from the rack to sneak peek that's just a nice like fitted shirt, so that I can just leave that on and then try on all the bottoms. But I will figure that out and we'll go from there. I guess I could theoretically just leave the Steffi on, but I don't know if I feel like burying my midriff for the rest of my life, so maybe I won't do that. Okay. What do I want to try on for a top? I think of something that'll go with cute shorts, but also still make it easy to show off the top. What about, where's that striped one? That'll work. There, I found just a fun striped t-shirt. I'm probably gonna tie it up into a little knot in the front again, just so that you can really see the shorts, because the top is a sneak peek. It's probably gonna be, if not next week, even the week after. It's one of those things we always have my rack like ordered for the week that I'm doing my live for. And then after that, it's like vaguely grouped into weeks, but it's just kind of like future stuff that we need you to photograph so that we're ready. So I think based off the number of pieces, this will either be next week or the following week. It's super cute though. So I don't have any details on the top, but I am just kind of sneak peeking it so that we have something really cute to help show off the adorable bottoms. So again, we are now on to the Wednesday daily drop. So these shorts, not including the top, just the shorts, are going to be launching tomorrow at 1 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Almost said standard, I caught myself there. So let us talk about these. These are Judy's, of course. So these are the Judy Blue High Rise Back Flat Pocket Shorts, aka the Phoenix. These ones are retailing for $74. I don't know why I almost said 75. $74. And then they're available in the full range of, well, I guess not technically because there's sometimes 4X, but we do have the Judy Blue sort, like, because it is letter sizing, not numbers for the shorts. So they're available in sizes small through 3X, and that includes both an extra large and a 1X for the shorts. So size-wise, everyone took their typical short size, with Christine taking the small, that is typical. Carrie's in the medium, which is typical for her. Melissa usually takes either an extra large or a 1X, and she opted for the extra large in these. And I am now either a 2X or a 3X. I have found recently that the 2Xs have been fitting a bit nicer, and that is the case for these shorts as well. I took the 2X for these ones. I do love these shorts. I love the little flaps on the pockets. They're giving like almost cargo short vibes, but not quite. They don't have the square like carpenter shaped pockets on the front, but they do have the little back flaps, which I think are really, really cute. Especially, I feel like they don't come rolled, but if I were to have these shorts, personally, I would probably just roll them up once just to give them even more of that like kind of utility carpenter short vibe. I'm just kind of doing it quickly once here as an example, but that would be my kind of way to style them. I do think they might get a little bit short for some folks if you did that. I personally like wearing my shorts very short because I like showing off my legs, but I know that's not everyone's cup of tea. So if you do wear them kind of, they don't come rolled, like I said, I was just kind of doing it, but they do come as like a really nice length. They do still show a lot of leg, but you don't have to worry about chub rub with these, which is great. That is, I love that term, chub rub. That is like every curvy girl with thick thighs leg experience. In terms of other details on the shorts, this is kind of the standout feature with the back flat pockets here. There's not a lot of physical distressing or anything like that. The only thing is there is just a minor amount of whiskering here on the front in the wash, but other than that, that is it for these ones. Adorable, I know, right? So again, these ones are the, oops, there we go. These are the Phoenix, or in other words, the Judy Blue High Rise Back Flat Pocket Shorts, retailing for $74, available in sizes small through 3X, and we all went for our true Judy Blue short sizes for these ones.
These are just your sneak peeks. I just wanted to make sure I touched on that.
Yes.
Okay, good. And you're doing great.
Perfect.
I'll leave you now.
Enjoy.
You never have to see me again. I'm sorry. Keep it dry.
I hope I see you again.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, see you.
Bye.
Oh, I am going live at 12:30 if you want to let people know.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you.
If you didn't catch that, I will see Christine again. This isn't goodbye. Like I said, Belinda, for the shirts, my best guess is that it's probably launching sometime next week. Unfortunately, I don't have a date yet. It might even be the week after, but my best guess is that it's probably like mid to late next week, based off just kind of like where it was on my rack and how many other things. But sometimes they kind of change things around. Like I thought that the Happy shirt that launched yesterday, I thought that was going to be like end of this week, and then they moved it up and it was yesterday. So position on my rack doesn't necessarily mean everything's set in stone, but that would be my best guess. And I totally get why you're asking, and this is why I picked this one to sneak peek, because it's friggin' adorable and I'm obsessed and I want it for myself. So I was like, I might as well show this one off because of how cute it is. Okay, so these shorts are the only piece from the Wednesday daily drop that is for plus. I'm just checking the Dex launch because I believe I have some pieces for that. And I have one. Where did it go? Sweater. There is apparently a t-shirt for Dex, but I do not have that one on my rack, so I'm not sure what the dealio is with that one. I don't think it was this one, no. Okay, well, if it's just a cardigan, I might as well pop it on right now. Okay, so I lied, I have one more piece for Wednesday, but this is the Wednesday evening Dex launch. So this cardigan will be launching Wednesday at 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, as opposed to 1 p.m. like the shorts. So this is the Dex Airy embroidered cardigan in natural. This one's retailing for $80, and it is available in the full size range for Dex, which is extra small through 2X. And there's a lot of weird X sizes in the middle. So it's extra small to extra large for the straight sizes. And then for the plus sizes, we have X, 1X, and 2X. For this one, everyone wears their typical Dex size. So Christina's in the extra small, Carrie's in the medium. Melissa usually wears the X or the 1X, sometimes even the extra large. She opted for the X, kind of right in the middle for this one. And then I wear the 2X, which is the largest size offered by Dex. This cardigan is really cute. It kind of gives like shrug vibes. It does have a little bit of a balloon sleeve effect. It's not super dramatic, but just there is a little bit more sleeve fabric, and then it comes down into this cuff to give it a little bit of that balloon sleeve effect. It also has a little bit just of like that like bubble scrunchiness, because again, the like weave of most of the cardigan is a little bit looser, and then it comes down into the tighter part around the waist here. And so it just gives it a little bit of that kind of like bubble is the only thing I can think of. I don't know, I'm just doing this motion like whatever this is, like tuck and lift, I don't know. So it does give that kind of fun like bubble shrug type effect. The sleeves are, I'm super tall. I always do this and then I realize that you can't see it when I do this. I'm gonna do it this way. For myself, when I stick my arm out, the sleeves are a little short for me. But again, I'm 6'1". This is just my lot in life, is short sleeves. So I tend to pull sleeves up as a habit. And because they have that kind of bubble effect, I find that they look really cute when you pull your sleeves up, because it just kind of like further enhances that like bubble vibe. You could even like kind of play with it to kind of really like roll with it and make it kind of like cuff specifically where you tuck it and give it that vibe, and it's still super cute, which I really, really like. In terms of length, I would say it's kind of like a traditional length. It's kind of hitting just at my natural hip. It's not really cropped, but it's also not long or oversized either, like some cardigans can be. It is just a really nice true to size cute little cardigan. It is this really nice kind of natural like oatmeal color, and then we have this really pretty little flower embroidery in these really subtle like browns and yellows. So very dainty, very like subtle, pretty natural, like earthy chic kind of vibes I'm getting from this cardigan. I'll do one more spin. The embroidery is not on the back, it is only on the front of the cardigan, and then on the sleeves all the way around the front. There's none on the underside, but considering most people don't walk around with their arms like this or like this, that's fair. I understand not putting the embroidery there. So again, this is the Airy embroidered cardigan in natural. This one's retailing for $80, sizes extra small through 2X. Everyone wears their typical Dex size. That includes myself in the 2X, which is the largest size offered by Dex. Okay, let us move on to Thursday now, which is the 13th. What do we have for Thursday? Have a pair of jeans, and I believe that is it. I'm just checking Thursday evening. Yeah, no. So again, we'll leave this t-shirt on for a minute, and then we'll be right back. Here we go. Oops. Here, I thought I was so good at tying up my pants on the first try, and then I schmucked it up. There we go. For those who missed Christine already, even though we just heard her voice like 2 minutes ago, Christine is going to be going live at 12:30 to do her luncheon style video. So you don't have to wait long, just about a little less than 40 minutes. If you miss her, which I miss her already, even though I saw her like 2 minutes ago. She will be going live for her luncheon style like she usually does on Tuesdays. So pretty much right after I wrapped up, you'll be able to just, you know, have time to go to the bathroom, grab a snack, and then you'll be back to hang out with Christine. But in the meantime, let me finish my live while I am still here. So again, we're on to the Thursday daily drop now. The only plus size piece that we have are these jeans. So these are the GD Blue drawstring wide leg mid-wash, okay, I guess. I thought they were gonna say like mid-rise something wash, but mid-wash, AKA the Truitts. So these are available in the full duty size range of 0 through 15 and then 14W through 24W. And I'm wearing my typical size 18 for these ones. These ones were true to size for everyone as well. So Christine is typically a 3 and she wears the 1 or the 3. So if anything, she could potentially size down. Carrie's true size is 7 to 9. She went for the 9. Melissa wore the 14, which is her true size. And then again, my true size is 18 to 20, and I opted for the 18 for these ones. I thought about potentially sizing down even to the 16 of these ones, but I don't think that they would have the same like intended effect because they are kind of like a loose, wide leg, carpenter style jean. They're meant to have a little bit more room kind of in the hips and in the thighs all the way down. And it's not like I'm gaping at the waist by any means. The nice thing about having the drawstring too is that you can kind of flex between sizes a little bit that way because you can tighten the drawstring. These ones do have elastic in the waist, which is fantastic. I think that's why these ones work so well for me because my waist is my limiting factor in a lot of jeans. And that's why if I wanted to size down to a 16, I could because I'm sure that the elastic in the back would stretch a little bit and accommodate me. But again, because these are meant to be a looser jean, I don't feel like I have too much extra fabric in this kind of hip area because they are meant to be looser, wider, a little bit less structured. So I still think that the 18 fits me really well. And it fits very, like it feels very true to size. It's not like I'm drowning in these by any means. It's not like I have to cinch the waist up really tight to keep them from falling off. Like in terms of the waist and everything, the 18 does really still fit well. So I would say true to size, but if you are between GD Blue sizes, you could definitely opt to size down. I would also say that that if you are a little bit slimmer in the hips and the booty, again, because the waist is so stretchy, you could potentially size down to not have too much fabric here. But because they are like a loose, wide leg style, that's kind of the point, is that there's a little bit of extra room in this area. Very 90s, which we've seen a lot with jeans recently. Lots of the wide leg carpenter style, some like borderline Junko jean styles, which I think is fantastic that we're seeing that come back. So again, these ones are the Truitts, aka the GD Blue drawstring wide leg mid-wash jeans. Everyone wore their true size in these ones. Christine could opt for the 3, which is her true size, or even down to the 1. I opted for my 18, which is my smaller size. And they are very, very comfy. So we do say true to size, but if between sizes, size down for these ones. And again, they're going to be retailing for $94, available in the full Judy size range. Okay, I guess we're on to Friday now, which I don't know if I have anything for the daily drop, but I do have some ampersand pieces to try, which is awesome. Yes, nothing for the Friday daily drop, so we can skip right on to the ampersand release. We have more of our Comfort Zone sets, so the ampersand Comfort Zone shorts and the Comfort Zone hoodies. We have the gray lace and the blue lace. I really want to show both of them, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to put on the hoodie of one and the shorts of the other so that we can see the colors for both of them, and then see the fits. They do fit the same, so that is my plan for those ones. So let me get changed into that. I think I'm gonna wear the blue shorts because I feel like, because there's a little bit of like cute lace trim around the edge of the pocket, and I feel like it's gonna be easier to show that off with the blue shorts because there's a bit more contrast in the color, whereas with the gray, the lace is on the hood and the sleeves, and that's gonna be a lot easier for me to like hold up to the camera to show off, whereas it's a little bit harder for me to get my booty cheek up into the camera for you to see the lace. So that's my kind of mentality behind that. So yeah, we'll do the blue shorts and then the gray hoodie. If that is just fine with everybody, and if it's not, too bad, because there's no one here to physically yell at me and say do it the other way around. Okay. I do wear the 3X in both of these pieces, which is typical for ampersand. One, and then we'll do this one. I do have a set of the Comfort Zone stuff. I managed to snag the heart set when it came out, the one that with the, where it's kind of like a cream white color with the tiny pink hearts. I did manage to snag that set for myself, and I have been absolutely living in the shorts specifically for the last couple of weeks. The hoodie is quite warm, so I found when I'm just kind of like lounging around the house, it can be a little bit much, but when I go downstairs to work during the day, it's really cold in our basement during the day when I work from home, and it's been a lifesaver for then because it is so warm. Okay, here we go. Just trying to like adjust my hair in a way. I might just kind of like tuck it in maybe so we can kind of like see what's going on. There we go. Okay. So the white flowered jean type jacket didn't work for you from POL. I didn't have it on my rack. Is it this one? Oh yeah, that one. Will steal it from Melissa's rack. I can try it on real quick at the end, Linda, because I have not tried that one. It wasn't on my rack, so we will find out. I'm assuming it might be a little bit small for me because that's kind of, usually the girls are pretty good at guessing like from how the small or medium fit them, whether or not the large is going to fit me. So I will try it, but we'll see. If it wasn't on my rack, it's usually a good sign that it probably wasn't going to work for me, but we will see. But anyways, for now, we will do the Comfort Zone shorts and the hoodie. So let's start with the shorts. So they are going to be available in blue lace and gray lace. I'll pull the hoodie up so we can see. So these shorts are a little bit more snug, especially in like the hips and the booty compared to other ampersand styles. They're not as loose and flowy as some of the sweatpants or the comps. And then the other thing I really want to note is that they're more of a mid-rise as opposed to a high-rise like we're used to with a lot of other ampersand bottoms. So when I first put these on, my tendency was to hike them way up, and then I was like, whoa, these are way too tight. But then once I realized, well, no, they're supposed to hit kind of more like a hipster. They're meant to be a little bit of like a mid to almost even low rise. They felt a bit more comfortable, and it was just a bit of an adjustment because I haven't worn anything lower waisted like that in a while. I think the biggest reason why I didn't realize that at first is because on the website with the stock photos is they have those other shorts that they're wearing layered underneath of them that are still high-waisted, and then these are sitting lower, so it kind of like fools your eye to think like, oh, it is like higher waisted, but no, these are definitely a little bit on the lower waisted side. I do find that they also, after wearing a little bit, tend to not like stretch out, but just kind of loosen up a little bit with my personal pair as well. So the shorts are going to be retailing for $63 each, and they are available in sizes extra small through 3X. And again, I wear the 3X. I would say they are true to size. If you do want them to be a little bit looser in the hips and whatnot, you can potentially size up a size. And that is kind of what we were seeing with the others as well. So Christine typically wears an extra small to small in ampersand, and she went for the small. Carrie's in the medium. Melissa did opt for the 2X just to have a little bit more room in the hips and whatnot. And then I'm still in my 3X. As can be seen here. So the biggest reason I wore the blue ones is, again, I wanted to really be able to show off the little lace trim detail that you can see around the pocket on the shorts, which I think is the cutest thing ever. It is this really pretty like eyelet, it almost looks like a doily. I'll show it up closer when I show it the hoodie, but you can see that it's just trimmed around the pocket. And then we also have this pink ampersand Av patch that is on the same shade of pink on both the blue and the gray, which I think is adorable. While you're showing, I'd love to hear your background stories on your tats. Sure. There's a little bit of, I mean, most of them are just, I'm really big into anime and manga, like Japanese style culture. I'm also really into video games, and a lot of those are like Japanese anime style video games as well. So the majority of my tattoos are either scenes, and I have quite a few, they go all the way up to here on the back of my leg. The majority of my tattoos are either panels from my favorite manga books that I've read, or scenes from my favorite anime, quotes from my favorite video games. There's a whole bunch, there's a few from the same series, but most of them are from different things. My favorite one is my one on my left calf here. This is my favorite character from a video game called Honkai Star Rail. He is my favorite character of any media I've ever consumed, hence why he gets pretty much an entire calf dedicated to himself. So no one's ever actually asked about the story of my tattoo, so thank you, Kim. That makes me feel really cool. But yeah, so I've been getting them since, I think I got my first one in June of 2022, so I haven't been getting them for long, but clearly I have gone ham in the short time that I have been getting them. I'm actually have a consult later this week to start, I want to start filling in the last little section. My plan is to have both of my legs just completely covered. So I do have a consult to start filling in this section of my leg, but thank you for asking. That makes me, I feel so seen. Thank you. To be seen is to be loved. Yeah, so that's kind of the story. If there's ever one you wanted like more details on, you could always shoot me a DM and I'd love to share. But for the most part, they are scenes from my favorite manga, anime, video games, that kind of thing. Yeah, all right. So again, the shorts size is extra small to 3X. We mostly stuck true to size, but if you want more room in the hips and the booty, we do suggest sizing up. And then for the, so I forgot to say what they're retailing for again. I did at the beginning, I believe $63, yes. And then we'll move on to the Comfort Zone hoodies. So this is the gray lace, and then it is also going to be, so both sets come in both colors. So there is a matching blue hoodie for the blue shorts, and there is matching gray shorts for the gray hoodie. So the hoodies are going to be retailing for $88. They're going to be available in the full ampersand size range of extra small to 3X. These ones are slightly relaxed fit, true to size. These ones fit very, very similarly to a university hoodie. I would say it's maybe somewhere between the fit of a university hoodie and say a single hood. It's not quite as like loose and drapey in the shoulders and stuff as a university hoodie, but it's definitely more roomy than a double hood or a single hood. There's a little bit, it's not as fitted to the body. It's also a thicker fabric as well. Like I said, it's more of like a sweatshirt fabric, like a thicker sweats fabric. It is quite warm for the hoodie. It is a blend of 60% cotton, 40% polyester. And again, it has the cute little pink ampersand ab patch that both sets have that in the same shade of pink. And then I want to show the kind of eyelet lace in better detail. So this is the same lace that is bordering the pocket of the shorts. And then it's trying to really tuck in there. There we go. So it does peek out of the cuffs, and I like that. Typically ampersand sweaters have like more of a cuff that's like wider like that, but because they want the lace to be able to peek out and not be like stuck in there, they have shortened the cuff, which I think is a great detail. I also like that too, because I find for me, sometimes if it's a big cuff sitting on my wrist, I find that it's just too bulky and I don't like it. And because of the lace, I can still pull up the sleeves if I want, but I feel like to really like show off that lace, my inclination is going to be to leave the sleeves down because I want that to be near my hand so that when I look down, I'm like, oh, how cute, there's the little lace. And then if I get up close, we can see there's also the same little eyelet lace trimming all the way around the hood, which I think is a really sweet detail. Just on my legs. No, just my legs. No, that is totally fine, Linda. I love to talk about them. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Clearly I'm talking quite a lot. And trying out my throat, there we go. Just on my legs, I don't have anywhere else. And my first one actually was This whole set of 4 panels right here was my first ever tattoo, and the artist that was working on me and all the other artists in the shop were like, they thought for sure I was going to tap out after like half an hour. They're like, that is a really big commitment for your first ever one, but I did it, and we did all of the line work and we did all of the shading on this specific one right here, which took like, I think I sat for just under 5 hours for my first tattoo alone, and then to finish the rest was another 4 hours. Like, it was pretty intense. I think in total I've sat for probably 25, almost 30 hours for all my tattoos, but yeah, I love them. I didn't really believe it. People were like, oh, once you start, you can't stop, they're addictive, but 100%, I totally agree. So again, back to the Comfort Zone hoodie. They definitely fit closest to an ampersand university hoodie, maybe just not quite as loose and roomy in the shoulders, but still like roomier than not. And I would definitely say true to size, especially for whatever you take in your university hoodie. You're probably going to be comfortable in this one as well. So again, these ones are going to be retailing for $88, and they are launching on Friday at 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Okay, last but not least, I'll try to do this quick because Christine's going to be here in 20 minutes, but we do have some swimsuits that are launching on Friday, and I have a handful of them here that come in plus. I haven't tried any of these on yet, so we're going to learn together. We're going to see how the fit is. I'll also quickly pop that jacket on over a swimsuit, I guess, Linda, just because nothing else really works for me to layer it on. It wasn't going to fit over this this hoodie. I might even just pop it on off camera just to see if it works at all. It's not bad. I'll throw it on. What I'll do, Linda, is I'll take a selfie in it after my live and I'll post it on the Insiders group, and I'll tag you in it so that you can see, just because I am kind of running out of time. But it does work. Okay. Swimsuits. Also, for obvious reasons, I'm going to be leaving my underwear on. I'll take my bra off, but I'm going to be wearing my underwear while I try on the swimsuit. So if you see that, I'm sorry, but I am not. I'm not going to not wear underwear while trying on swimsuits for obvious reasons. So I'll just have to accept that. Okay, so the first one I'm trying on here is the Tropical Looks one piece. This one is a one shoulder top. For myself personally, I find that one shoulders are usually not my favorite, just because I find that having a smaller chest like I do usually means that they just kind of end up looking a little bit scorched and not as supported and lifted as other styles of swimsuit can kind of do for them. But we shall see. Okay, like I said, I haven't tried any of these on yet, so my first time seeing them is also your first time seeing them, so please be kind if anything looks a little bit wonky, because I haven't pre-tested these, and putting on swimsuits in front of a camera is it's an interesting experience, that's for sure. I'm lucky I'm very body confident in my body. So again, this is the Tropical Looks one piece in ivory and pink floral. This one's retailing for $84, and it is available in sizes small through 2. Oh, that's why this, I was wondering, I was like, this one feels like I could size up maybe a size that it fits, but I do find, are we sure this isn't a 3X? I'll double check the tag if it's on the bag. Oh, it might be on the suit though. This is a 2XL. Okay, so I can wear the 2X. The only thing I'm finding is this is not a size thing in terms of like around. This is a length thing, again, because I am very tall. I do find that the strap is pulling down a little bit. This is kind of the same issue as like a bodysuit, where if I would prefer to size up, but it's less for the actual like aroundness. Like I do feel like I'm a little squished here, but that's just how one shoulder bathing suits do me when I don't have a large chest. The body itself does fit pretty nicely. It does actually kind of just smooth me out without making me feel like I'm in a sausage casing, which is kind of the best case scenario in a bathing suit, to feel supported but not smothered. But I do find that the torso length is a little short for me, so the strap is kind of pulling down on my shoulder quite hard. So personally, if there was a 3X, I would choose to size up, but that is entirely for length. Otherwise, the 2X actually does fit and support me around pretty well. And if you actually, instead of just laying on the beach, if you're actually a swimmer and you are getting in, as we all know, your swimming suit, when it gets wet, kind of like sags and loosens out. And so I'm wondering if I were to get this one wet, if it would maybe stretch out a little bit, but if it was just to be sunbathing and whatnot, not my first choice. I mean, I also would probably pick something strapless so I don't get a weird tan line anyways, but just something to note that fit-wise, the 2X does work for me. I just wish I had maybe a tiny bit more length for my torso. It does stay put on the butt cheeks. For my underwear, I'm wearing TMI probably, but I am wearing a thong, so like it's not like it's like underwear holding it in place, like it is there. I don't feel like it's riding up or anything like that. And interestingly enough, I find with bodysuits, when I do up a bodysuit that's too tight, the place where it's too tight is like under, if you catch my drift. That's not the case here. Like from like here down, I'm very comfortable. All of that pressure is exclusively being put on the strap, if that makes sense. Thank you, Georgette. Yeah, like I do wish it was just a tiny bit longer, because other than the strap not fitting, I'm surprised that I like this as much as I do. I really like the pattern. I feel like the colors really work. So again, this is the Tropical Looks one-piece swimsuit in ivory and pink floral. $84, sizes small through 2X for this one. I will see what else I have for options. I'm trying to go pretty quickly just because, like I said earlier, Christine will be back very shortly for her lunch and style, and I don't want to be in her way. What else? I'm just checking to see. I don't know if I have a 2-piece up here, but that would be ideal to show off. I do not have a 2-piece, so instead, well, I'll do this one. This one's like a swim dress. Oh, it is. Living On Sunshine swim dress. So with this one, it's like a one-piece. It just kind of has like a skirt stitched over. So instead of pulling it over your head like a dress, you still step into it like a one-piece, which I guess does make sense, because if it was a swim dress that you pulled over, you wouldn't need an extra bottom. It would be a 2-piece, but this is like one-piece style. I think this might be the same one that I tried on last year and ended up loving. So this one, the straps are a little bit tight on me right now, but they are adjustable. I just don't have time, and because this isn't my swimsuit, I'm not going to adjust it too much. But you can see that it does have adjustable straps, and I do have a lot of room that I could let it out just so the straps aren't quite so tight on me. But other than that, this one does fit really well. So this is the Living on Sunshine swim dress one-piece in black and leopard. This one is available in sizes small through 3X. I'm just going to double check. I believe I'm wearing the 3X for this one. Yes. So this is the 3X. I would say it fits very true to size. This is exactly how I would expect it to fit. I love this swimsuit. I loved it when I tried it on last year as well. Assuming it's the same one, I'm pretty sure it is, because it has this little band with the leopard stripes, and this is actually clear mesh, so you just get like a little fun cheeky sneak peek at some skin without actually having to wear a full-on 2-piece. It still kind of gives that vibe, which I think is really fun. I also love the swim skirt effect. I just feel like it gives you a little bit more coverage, and I feel like it's still a really flirty, fun style. Like it feels like you're covered up without feeling like you're wearing like a very like matronly like one-piece kind of thing. Like it's still really flirty and twirly, and I like the way that they move in the water and just look really fun. So again, this is the Living on Sunshine swim dress one-piece in black and leopard. $87 for this one, sizes small through 3X. I'm wearing my usual 3X and I would say it fits perfectly. Again, right now the straps are a little bit tight, but that is just because I haven't loosened them, and they are adjustable, so that is definitely not going to be a problem for this one. That is all I have time for. I did have one other one-piece swimsuit. It was a 3X as well. It's the same brand, so I'm assuming it would fit very similar to this. I do find that for most of our swimsuits, the 3X is pretty true to size. I can occasionally size down to a 2X on tops just because I do have a smaller chest for someone who's a 3X, but typically I'm still pretty safely a 3X for everything. What I might do is take a selfie in the other swimsuit that I haven't tried on here, and I'll take a selfie in this swimsuit as well, and that way just we have them for reference and I can post them later on the Facebook group. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. This has been a little bit of a long one. I really appreciate everyone dropping by. For those that don't know or forgot or don't remember, my name is Michelle. I'm the 3X model here at Lavender and Lace Boutique. I typically wear a size 3X top and bottom. I typically wear a size 18/2X in shorts for Judy Blues. I wear a 20-ish in other brands numerically, and I am 6'1" for height reference. So I go live every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain, previously standard, now daylight time because we just had the time change. So I go live every morning every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Alberta time, which is currently Mountain Daylight Time, and I try on all of the plus size clothes that are launching at Lavender and Lace Boutique for the week, specifically the Tuesday drops, because we always try to make that one the most like plus size specific, just because that is like my day of the week, if that makes sense. So if that is something that you want to check out, you can find me here, the same place that you found me now, which is Facebook and Instagram live, and I will be trying on some really cute stuff and hanging out with you guys. So thank you so much, and I'll see everyone again next week. Bye bye.